Hi there, everybody. Mrs. Delitri here. I just wanted to read you a story about caterpillars and show you the caterpillars that I already have. Maybe you will be getting yours in the next day or two. Mine are about 5 days old now, and you usually don't want to handle the cup like this, so this is only for a parent to do. I'm just doing this to show you. Ooh, you can see them moving there. They move around a little bit. You're going to find a safe spot on your counter to put them. And eventually, hopefully probably in the next week, they are going to attach themselves on top of this lid. So you're going to be learning about the stages of the life cycle of those caterpillars that are going to turn into butterflies. So in your packet that you're going to be getting, you have a packet that looks like this. It says the life cycle of a butterfly. And you're going to read this with your family, and it's going to talk about the stages. First, it starts as an egg, and then it becomes a caterpillar, which is what stage is in right now. They start off really, really tiny, and then a pupa, or what we would call a chrysalis. It's going to attach itself and harden. And then after the chrysalis, it will open up and it will become a butterfly. So there's 4 stages in this life cycle. And you're going to notice that on the back of your packet, you're going to have some fun little handouts that you can do. You can color this really nicely. And then you can put them in the right spot. Egg, larva, pupa, adult. So the adult would be the butterfly. Another one would look like this. We've got egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and butterfly. So you're going to need to color, cut, and put them on. Okay? Perfect. So let's read our story called The Very Hungry Caterpillar by Eric Carle. Another Eric Carle book. He's the author and the illustrator. And again, we like to thank Scholastics for letting us read these books. And maybe you've read this book, but it's one of my favorites. You're going to notice it's a well-loved book in our home. In the light of the moon, a little egg lay on a leaf. See the egg? One Sunday morning, the warm sun came up, and pop! Out of the egg came a tiny and very hungry caterpillar. Yours is going to look like that, a little caterpillar. He started to look for some food. On Monday, he ate through 1 apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still hungry. On Wednesday, he ate through 3 plums, but he was still hungry. On Thursday, he ate through 4 strawberries, but he was still hungry. On Friday, he ate through 5 oranges, but he was still hungry. This feels like me here. On Saturday, he ate through 1 piece of chocolate cake, 1 ice cream cone, 1 pickle, 1 slice of Swiss cheese, 1 slice of salami, 1 lollipop, 1 piece of cherry pie, 1 sausage, 1 cupcake, and 1 slice of watermelon. Now, we know that some of those foods are not good for a caterpillar, right? Only some sweet fruits would be good for them. Just a little bit, though, because they're little. That night, he had a stomach ache. The next day was Sunday again. The caterpillar ate through 1 nice green leaf, and after that, he felt much better. Oh, he's getting bigger. Now he wasn't hungry anymore. He wasn't a little caterpillar anymore. He was a big fat caterpillar. And you're going to notice how your caterpillar is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger until they form a cocoon, or we call them a chrysalis. But he built a small house called a cocoon around himself. He stayed inside for more than 2 weeks. Then he nibbled a hole in the cocoon, pushed his way out, and what do you think happened when he pushed himself out? You're right. He became a beautiful butterfly. Now your butterfly is probably going to look different than that, but you can set them free, maybe in your garden or your yard. That will be really fun for you. And maybe you can take a video and show me. Here's another packet that I put in your information. It says my butterfly observations. And since you are such good writers, you can draw like a little picture of something that you see, write the date, and maybe like a little sentence or two. You know, maybe it will say, the caterpillars are really staying still. They look like they're sleeping. And it might say something like, the caterpillars are really lively and they're plump. They're getting bigger. They're eating a lot of the food. They're moving around. They're getting fuzzy. Some describing words, some adjectives. We've talked about adjectives. Then you might start to say, they look like they're crawling towards the top of the lid. And they're starting to look like they're going to hang themselves and become a chrysalis. Then, once they get to become a chrysalis, maybe you can talk about what's happening and record your observations. A couple more pages of that. This is a just for fun paper, and this is a diagram. Maybe you want to draw a diagram of what's happening. And then you can draw in those life cycles, the 4 life cycles. Egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, butterfly. I'm going in the right direction there. And then maybe as you're going, you can always flip to the back and you can talk about some words that you're learning. There's a bunch of different lines there. You can write the words of the science project that we're doing, like chrysalis or pupa or cocoon. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I can't wait to look forward to seeing your butterfly videos and pictures. Take care. Bye.